we try to do something, and we give up. I mean, majority, and it's not, I'm nothing. I'm really nothing. I'm only as good as the people that support me and friends like you. But I could have really easily given up in the last year, but instead I fought it. Mm-hmm. But I know I'm very rare. So here's the system's broke. You got to understand, you're a homeless person. You're living in a park, or you're living on 6th Street or wherever. Maybe you find a little cubby hole, mm-hmm. and you have to panhandle to go to this place you hear has services. So you go and sit there, and you have to sit there all day. It's like a dentist's office because they have to fill out all the forms. They got to find out if you're, Hispanic, non-Hispanic, veteran, all this other stuff, so they can get the grant money. So they're not going to turn you away right away because they got to get the paperwork. So you sit there all day just to be told you don't fit. So now if you're lucky, you're going to get bus tokens. But otherwise, you leave this office discouraged. You got to go find a new place. Now you got to panhandle to get back to where you're spending the night and find some food just to do it over the next day.
Right.
So you have to continually do this, and after a while, you're hitting this wall. I work as a case manager in Glendale at a great organization, Path to Chief Glendale, one of the best that I've seen around the country. And it's called the continuum of care. I can't navigate it. I have 2 cell phones, a laptop, and a car. I can't navigate the continuum of care. How the heck can a homeless person do it? The system is broken. It's flat out broken. So, in my traveling the country, in almost every state except Hawaii, including Alaska. I just got back from Alaska, which you can find on hardlynormal.com is my other blog. And I have never met one person. Well, I've met one person who was in front of the White House. His name was Elijah Nature Boy. And I think he's the only person that actually really wanted to be homeless. But outside of that, people have said it. But it's a defense mechanism. All of a sudden we've hit this wall for months and months and months, and we give up, and we have to rationalize it. And we don't want to say, that we've given up or anything, but so we'll say this is our choice.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I think there's this cynicism that I, as much as anyone, has been guilty of living in the inner city. Occasionally, the way you classify people, this person is really down on his luck. This guy is my age and he has tattoos. He's just doing this to make a statement or something. When to put people into those boxes is just really to kind of miss the grand scope of the problem. And that's what I think is great about a project like yours, is that it's people getting out of the boxes and showing who they really are.
Well, it's interesting. The National Alliance, Catherine from the National Alliance to End Homelessness is here. And we were having a dialogue actually over Twitter today about stats for child homelessness. Now, the National Coalition of Homelessness released statistics in 2007 that the average age of a homeless person was 9 years old. That's 07. So whether you want to argue the numbers or not doesn't matter. I know the New York Times, and there's some contradictory stuff. They're arguing the stats. Okay, well, the average age of the homeless person is a child. Is that any better?
Yeah.
Who cares if it's 11, and let's argue the math. But also, HUD released last year 58%. There's a 58 or 56% increase in 2-parent families in homelessness in rural communities. So that 2007 of 9-year-old stat, average age 9-year-old, is 2 years old, and family homelessness has increased. Mm-hmm. So we have this paradigm. We vision, and the media and everything helps. We vision homelessness as that guy with the cardboard sign, and that is homelessness. But that's a small percentage of homelessness. It's the visible homeless. You don't see the people that are living, couch surfing. You don't see the people that are living in these cockroach-infested weekly rate hotels that are really a trap, because then once you're in there, you can't afford first and last month's rent.
Right.
And it's just a nightmare. And there's all the combinations thereof.